matter whatever happens, even if you get success at a very young age, don't leave your edge. Always add value to your client. The moment you have self-awareness, things change.
Hello friends, welcome to this special episode of Chanakya Unscripted on Women's Day. This is Women's Day special for all of you. Today we have a special guest, an inspiring leadership trainer, a leadership coach, a person who by herself is an inspiration for a lot of people to become a leader. Today we have Mansi Thakkar with us. Mansi, who is an IT professional, she's also done her master's in leadership sciences, is known for her leadership training and mentoring. She's not only an inspiring speaker, but also an amazing coach. So, for all of us, we have today Mansi with us. Mansi, welcome to Chanakya Unscripted. Glad to have you on this special episode on Women's Day.
Oh, I'm honored. Thank you so much. This really means a lot. It's like a dream come true for me.
Excellent, Mansi. Mansi, you've been a trainer, you've been a coach, you've been teaching leadership, and you recently completed your master's in leadership sciences as well. So, doing your master's in leadership sciences, you studied Chanakya as one of the major, I would say, subjects out there. Chanakya's writings, Arthashastra as a major subject. What is it that, what one concept of Chanakya in Arthashastra which inspires you, which you feel like, yes, this is what I connect to? What is it? Is there any one concept which you like to talk about?
Yes, first of all, the main concept is Vijigishu.
Right.
Which Radha sir always tells us that as a leader you should try and aspire to be a Vijigishu, and connecting to that I can say Vriddha Sanyog. Now let me explain. Vijigishu means any leader, मतलब जब भी कोई भी परिस्थिति आती है ना, ये फिर भी give up नहीं करता है. And I think we face a lot of things in our life, and there are situations where we tend to give up. But when you understand Vijigishu, you want to still conquer, no matter whatever challenges you come across, and you have that confidence that okay, I will face this and I will emerge as a winner and as a leader.
True.
And next, I think which was a life changing for me, and that was Vriddha Sanyog. Constant association with elders, because Raja se bada Rajguru hota hai.
True.
And every leader, every aspiring entrepreneur, they need right mentors with them.
Yes.
So I think even if a aspiring leader, they try to apply these two concepts, you become unstoppable.
Wow, that's amazing. Now this idea that you're getting, I'm sure you've been reading a lot about Chanakya, and when it comes to Chanakya's writing, it is Radha sir who comes first to our mind, because he's the one who has made that difficult subject of Arthashastra so easy for all of us to digest.
Yes.
Which book of Sir you think would have inspired you the most out of all this, I would say, series of 19 bestsellers which Sir has?
I think all the books are great,
Yes.
but personally what I've applied is two books. One which I'm currently reading, the latest book, The Art of Winning, the Chanakya Way, and Chanakya's 7 Secrets of Leadership.
Alright.
Because I work with a lot of youth and startups.
Yes.
And I think, if your 7 pillars are in the place, you can at least survive for 1,000 days.
Alright.
And a lot of startups I see cannot afford mentors, but you can afford books.
Yes.
So when you read these books, you will get simplified version of Arthashastra,
Yes.
and you will get a lot of leadership learnings.
Wow.
So this is one of my favorite books because I've applied, and I think any book when you read, if you apply, it makes more sense. So these are the two books.
Wow. So 7 Secrets of Leadership and
The Art of
Winning. Excellent.
Yes, The Art of Winning. Why? Because after reading 7 Secrets of Leadership, when I was just reading The Art of Winning, I realized one thing. It talks about strategic mindset,
Yes.
which of course every leader has to apply, right?
True.
So after you understand the 7 pillars, you want to groom your mindset to think as a leader.
Yes.
And once that process is in place, you then develop your strategic mindset. And how
Absolutely.
to do that? The book will tell you.
Art of Winning will definitely
Art of Winning,
teach
the
you.
Chanakya Way.
Yes, I get your point exactly.
Yes.
You mentioned about books and mentors. So when it comes to mentor, who you think in your life are your mentors, especially your personal life and professional life, and how have these mentors helped you being what you are today? So we'd like to talk about some of them.
Exactly. I think the first mentor are your parents. Because today, even being a girl, or I can say a woman now, my parents have never, stopped me from growing. In fact, they inspired me to learn from the best stalwarts. So for me, my first mentors are my parents. Then Dr Radhakrishnan Pillai, because I remember when I was a motivational speaker, he just told me one thing in 2017, that Mansi, if you really want to create an impact, become a leadership trainer, not a motivational speaker alone. And I was wondering, 7-8 years I've been a speaker and suddenly I have to get into leadership. How is that going to be possible? Because as a corporate trainer, nobody gave me a chance because of my age and experience. So this was at a higher level.
Absolutely.
So initially I thought it is very impossible, but then I was so blessed that I got MALS admission, and now we are proudly graduating from the course. And this course has been life-changing for me.
True.
And in the course, I met a lot of stalwarts, a lot of Vriddha Sanyog in reality. Shri Ashok Kesha, chairman of VTrans. Dr. Karunamurthy is also one of the students in the course.
Yes.
And all these people are legends in their own space.
True.
People who've done business ethically, people who know the ground reality, and who will mentor you from start to the end.
Wow.
So Dr. Radhakrishnan Pillai has, transitioned my life, my career from a speaker to a leadership trainer. And I'm so blessed because not many women leadership trainers are there.
True.
So I would say like how Chanakya identified Chandragupta, for me Radha sir is my Chanakya.
Wow.
And he believed in my potential. He wanted me to, come up as a woman speaker along with being a leadership trainer. Shri Ashok Kesha always told me one thing whenever I meet him is that no matter whatever happens, even if you get success at a very young age, don't leave your ethics.
True.
It's okay if you don't get profits in business, but don't cheat anybody.
Wow.
So that is always there in my mind. Dr. Karunamurthy just told me one thing, because he's a self-made man himself, that no matter what happens, always add value to your clients and your customers.
Excellent.
So don't just think of how much money I can make from this business.
True.
Maybe you will be a very good businessman or a businesswoman, but if you cannot add value, if you cannot do things ethically, and even in Arthashastra we've learned, a leader has to be ethical.
Absolutely.
Correct?
Yes.
So a leader is a Raja Rishi.
Yes.
So-
Dharmadigata, that's what we say.
Yes.
True. Yes.
So when Arthashastra is teaching you this, when these live mentors are telling me this, that means there's a connect, it's validating the learnings.
Excellent. Yes.
And I can never forget this, and that is one of the reasons I love this concept of Vriddha Sanyog.
Alright.
It's because it makes me humble, it also makes me grounded, it also enhances my perspectives,
True.
and most important, it makes me a better person.
Wow.
And I think if your mentors make you a better person,
True.
you are with the right person.
Wow, that's nice. That's a way to you, in fact. So, but then how do you find this mentor? How do you select that this is going to be my mentor? Like you went to someone and said, this person can be my mentor, or this person, I don't want this person to be my mentor. How do you find and how do you get someone to mentor you? How do you do that?
There are qualities in Arthashastra, but before that I would want to, have a quote. There's a very famous quote that, when the student is ready, the teacher appears.
Right, yes.
And when the student is super ready, the teacher disappears.
Yes,
Correct?
absolutely.
So if you have that open-mindedness, if you are willing to, learn from people, and if you are willing to, surrender to your mentor, you will get the right people. And from the Arthashastra, I can say 3 qualities: knowledge, experience, and your mentor should have a mentor.
The mentor should also have a mentor.
Yes.
Wow.
Because if they are updated, you also will be updated, no?
True.
And you get different perspectives.
Yes.
So if you find these 3 qualities, and most important, if you are, willing to be a mentee with open-mindedness, with surrenderance,
Yes.
with faith,
Yes.
no doubting, and with consistency of your efforts,
Wow.
things will work for you.
Excellent. I mean, that's the 3 qualities which you should look for when you're selecting a mentor as well. And definitely you should have that power of surrender.
Surrenderance, yes,
Oh, excellent.
yes.
Now, you are a leadership trainer and specially focused upon women leadership, and uniquely you are probably one of them who is there around.
All because of Radha sir.
Yes, absolutely. And you focus upon women leadership.
Yes.
What is it that a normal woman, a woman who is living a regular life, what is it that she can do to become a leader in her life? What are the qualities that a woman can develop that she also becomes a leader? What would you say about that?
Again, from Arthashastra, what I have learned, see, I would want to share only what I've applied. Because there is a lot of knowledge available anyway on YouTube, correct?
True.
But if I give you practical knowledge and application, it will help them.
Alright.
So in Arthashastra, like we always have learned, a woman has to be intelligent and dynamic from the leadership perspective. Second, you should have association with elders. That means Vriddha Sanyog. Third, you have to be grateful, humble. Fourth, easily approachable. You can't have that attitude of the ego that, I am a director, I am a CEO, no, people cannot come to me. That should not be the case.
True.
Okay, have an open door policy. Last but not the least, be a lifelong learner.
Wow.
desires of training basically.
Yes, absolutely.
Because if you constantly train your intellect, you can get perspectives. It affects your strategic decisions.
Right.
It builds your team bond, and it can help your organization grow exponentially.
Wow.
So from the Arthashastra, these learnings, and from my personal experience, I would say self-awareness. The moment you have self-awareness, things change.
True.
So this is something that I would want to share.
Be aware about what you are.
Exactly.
That's more important.
Exactly.
See, this leadership which we are talking of, leadership is usually, we talk of someone who can create an impact on the society, right? So as women leaders, what is it that you look at as a quality in women who can create an impact on the society? What are those qualities required in a woman to create an impact on the society, which you think is necessary?
I think the first quality is to give up gossip.
All right.
Because when you focus on growth, things change. And even in my women entrepreneurship and leadership programs, now Women's Day is coming up, you get a lot of invites. This is one deliberate point I have. Shift your focus from gossip to growth. You will grow a lot.
True.
It doesn't matter what the other woman is doing. In fact, support her to grow.
Excellent.
And when that change happens, even this small shift from gossip to growth, you are a leader already, because leaders don't gossip, right? They talk about goals, they talk about growth. So this is one thing deliberately which I would want to focus on.
Excellent.
And to create an impact, you are blessed with multitasking. You are blessed with a lot of empathy and emotion. Women are more sensitive, right?
True.
So you understand people, you connect with people, right? So that can be one skill. Also, women are very good learners. So if they are willing to learn, upgrade themselves in terms of skill development,
Yes.
ministry also supporting in skill
Absolutely.
development. So
Yes.
those things can be there.
True.
But if you only focus on non-productive things like watching TV or gossiping and not having the right target or goals in life,
True.
how will you create an impact?
Absolutely.
And creating an impact also needs self-awareness. So again, coming to the point, if you have self-awareness, you can create an impact. And more than that, you need to have right people to guide you.
True.
Even if you don't aspire to be a leader, you should still have a mentor.
Absolutely.
And if you have the right mentor with you, you can inspire and influence a lot of people.
Yeah, true.
You don't need that title to be, getting that influence or impact someone.
Yes. Yeah, so rightly said, move from gossip to growth. And as
Yes.
Sir always tells, do not compete, collaborate.
Collaborate, exactly.
Not gossip,
Exactly.
but have growth. That is what should be, is Mansi's input in that. Next thing, Mansi, which I would like to understand, there are a lot of women, and I would say not women, I would say girls who are college-going girls, young women these days who are now coming up in a generation of social media. The digital world is so big.
Yes.
The amount of screen time that we do is humongous, because either we are on the mobile phone or we are on the computer, or if not that, then we are on the TV screen.
Yes.
So the world is somewhere we see the next generation moving too much into screen time and the digital world. What is it that you advise for the next generation, women leaders in particular?
See, there is no escape from this digital world. You can't escape WhatsApp, you can't escape Facebook, you can't escape LinkedIn, YouTube, and many more other apps and platforms coming up, correct? But can you use it wisely? Can you use it to inspire someone? Can you use it to teach someone a nice skill, or maybe teach whatever you are good at? Either you choose entertainment, which is good, or education. But education has scarcity. So I'm not saying don't use social media, use it, but use it wisely,
True.
And you never know, you can create an impact globally.
Absolutely.
And pandemic has made that possible. Initially, when you have public programs, you have limited number of people, correct? But now there's a digital world, thousands of people, Zoom, and you can have those live sessions, webinars, Facebook Live. You can reach massive people.
True.
It's how you want to create an impact. How do you want to utilize it?
True.
And I know, this social media, you get a lot of attention. But I would say take right action and then take that attention. It makes a difference.
True. Use the media in the right way. Use the digital world in the right manner.
Way.
To create the right impact.
Right impact. Yes. Because there is no escape from this.
Yes, excellent.
Yeah.
You've been doing leadership training for a while, and you've been also part of a couple of companies as director and partner out there.
Yes.
So what is it that you have learned from your leadership experience? By experience, I'm sure you've been reading books, you've been talking to people, but with your experience of executing things, by doing things, what is your leadership learning which you would like to share with our viewers?
I think first of all, it's a blessing to be on board of companies, and it was one of my wish list, and I think MALS has made that possible because I came on board during this course.
True.
While I was pursuing my MALS course, Dr. Karunamurthy, who's also a classmate, was my project partner in MALS from Sem 1.
Yes.
And one fine day, he just told me that, I found my co-founder. And I was like, wow, I'm happy for you, good. But I was not knowing it as one of them is me, out of the 4 co-founders.
Wow.
And it was like, I don't know how would I take this ahead because I'm not from the wind industry. But he then told me one thing that, since we've learned this, we need this even in the renewable energy. And now he's also expanding his work. So from wind, we are coming to solar, battery storage, entire renewable sector.
Okay.
And there are a lot of leaders who are excellent in execution, but they need leadership guidance.
True.
And it's not practically possible for everyone to spend 2 years to learn this. And we have been fortunate to do that. So then I thought that, okay, as a leadership trainer, I will train entrepreneurs as well because I always wanted to.
All right.
So in my organization, I train youth and women, and there in Wind Plus, I train the entrepreneurs.
Energy professionals in particular.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
Energy, impact through energy is what is Mansi working.
Yes.
You spoke about Dr. Karunamurthy, with whom you were a student at MALS.
Yes.
So this program of MALS, which is Masters in Leadership Sciences, which you have done.
Yes.
How has that program helped you? How is that education of 2 years which you went through in terms of studying what leadership is about, different leadership models, Indian leadership model, Western leadership model.
Yes.
How has that education helped you in what you're doing?
I just have one word for this, transformation.
Wow.
Because I've transitioned from being a speaker to a coach and a leadership trainer.
All right.
I got a lot of opportunities which I always dreamt of when I was a speaker.
Okay.
Today I'm getting opportunities to be on board. People are asking, can you be an independent director in an organization? Can you be our mentor? Can you be our coach? And I always wanted this. But maybe, that lack of knowledge or lack of right guidance was missing. And when I got this, and when I've learned leadership from Ramayana, leadership from Bhagavad Gita, Chanakya, Arthashastra, this is very rare.
Okay.
Because people know what is Chanakya Niti, people don't know what is Chanakya Arthashastra.
Yes.
Because of lack of awareness.
True.
And one thing which I've realized is that for any aspiring startup or even existing companies, if they understand Saptang, the 7 pillars, or even if they apply basic Arthashastra sutras, they can grow a lot because it all starts from leadership.
True.
So this course has just given me transformation.
Wow.
And a lot of opportunities, which I always dreamt of when I was a speaker. I'm still a speaker, but I think it's a privilege to be a leadership speaker. It's a privilege to be in a leadership role at a very young age because I get to learn a lot. So more than the position, I think the prosperity and the kind of learnings, and most important, the perspectives.
Yes.
So for me, perspectives matter more than positions.
Wow.
Because the position can be permanent, cannot be permanent. Like I read a very interesting quote that leadership is permanent. Leaders are not permanent.
Leadership is permanent. Leaders are not permanent. Absolutely.
Correct. So this position might be there with me today, might not be there tomorrow. But the leadership learnings, nobody can take from me.
True.
And I want to, do my PhD in this. I've promised Radha sir. I'm going to do my PhD in leadership as well.
Yes.
And I want a lot of women entrepreneurs, aspiring women leaders, and youth. Youth is the future of tomorrow. So they should learn leadership and they can inspire the whole world and they can become Vijikishu as well.
Wow. That's amazing to listen from Mansi. So one thing which I am recollecting and remembering here is leadership is an attitude and leader is a position. So you might lose the position, but the attitude of being a leader, the leadership comes from within and which can never be lost. Excellent. You also spoke about the Saptanga model and you've been working with a lot of companies, etc.
Yes.
How have you implied this Saptanga model in your business, as well as if you're consulting and you're talking to some other businesses? Because we see that in today's time, Saptanga is becoming so relevant to every organization. We see such large organizations implementing Saptanga in their organization and using the language. We go to organizations and they say Swami Amatya Janpat Durga Kosha Janpat, and we're like, wow, such big organizations talking this language.
Yes.
So how have you used Saptanga with your clients and with your own organization? If you can give us a little idea on that.
Okay, like I said in Wind Plus, in the renewable energy field, nobody has applied Saptang. They don't even know about Saptang.
Alright.
So when you talk about Chanakya Arthashastra and when you talk about king making journey or king making strategies, everybody wants to learn.
True.
So I'll tell you one by one. So starting with Swami. So in Swami, we have 2 people who've done MALS, and there are 2 people who are very experienced.
Right.
So it's a blend of co-founders, 4 co-founders, and everybody is of a different generation.
All
So
right.
4 different perspectives.
Right.
Okay. All the Swamis are having Vriddha Sayog. Everybody has mentors. Now comes Amatya. We have developed all the latest generation as our Amatyas. Reason being, they're updated. They will advise the right thing for us. And most important, they are also ethical. So even if we want to be entrepreneurs, we want to establish different businesses, we know that we have, delegated the right hands. Because in our absence, they are taking the business ahead, correct?
Sure.
So the Amatyas are kept in place,
Alright.
and they're also from different states.
Absolutely.
So more perspectives. Swami Amatya Janpad. Now, it was initially for wind energy, but then we thought, like we've learned in Saptang, you should identify profitable markets, you have to grow your empire, be global,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
So now in the renewable energy, we want to have even solar and even
Right.
battery storage. So that's how this name came, Wind Plus.
Wind and
So
plus.
wind is main, and in plus you have this training, solar, and plus activities.
You've been also calling it the Pavan Putra in terms of
Pavan
wind.
Putra, yes. So the reason I want to include Lord Hanuman leadership lessons is because that is connecting, Pavan
Wow.
Putra Hanuman
Absolutely.
and wind energy.
Mhm.
And I have seen one thing, all these entrepreneurs, they connect with Indian wisdom.
Absolutely.
You teach them global leadership, global wisdom. There's nothing wrong in that. But our Indian roots are always there. They are
True.
eternal.
It's part of our culture.
It's part of a culture. They keep you rooted and they connect with it.
True.
So that's how, along with Chanakya Arthashastra, we are also teaching leadership lessons from Lord Hanuman
Wow.
to wind energy professionals.
Excellent.
And my family is mother happiest because they never thought I would, I was always into this global leadership thing, and now I'm teaching Indian leadership. And like I said, it's all because of MALS.
Wow.
Because I have the right knowledge now, and this knowledge is giving me ideas. Like I never thought I would, teach people as per their field. And now even for the youngsters, I want startups to learn Saptang. Because pandemic has made this possible. National Startup Day has been announced, right?
True. Yes.
In fact, there's a research that says that in the pandemic, there were 16,000 registered startups. So people want to be leaders, people want to be entrepreneurs. But it's not practically possible to have so many, leaders learning from different mentors. Everybody has different circumstances.
True.
But can you read books? Yes. Can you, take knowledge from YouTube? Yes. Can you learn these basic things? Yes. At least 1,000 days your startup will survive.
Absolutely. That's more than enough.
More than enough.
Once a company survives for 1,000 days, it's already there.
It's already there, right? But the base has to be clear.
True.
If the step 1 is clear, it's good. So I would say if you are aspiring to be an entrepreneur or a leader, learn Saptang.
Wow. So you spoke about Saptang, you spoke about Swami, Amatya.
Yeah.
A bit of more, if you can talk about
Yes.
Janpad, Durga,
Yes,
and
yes.
things like that.
So Swami is done, Amatya, Janpad. Okay, now Janpad we are trying to expand in solar and battery storage
True.
and training and development as well. Now Durga, our headquarters is in Coimbatore.
Right.
We want to be international. So now we have the next office in Mumbai, in Ahmedabad, in Denmark, in Germany, in Singapore.
Alright.
And this was always a dream because energy is global.
True.
So this is what we are targeting for. And also in Durga, I would like to say that we always focus on the work culture as well.
Alright.
There's a research that, the best place to work. So what do you do?
Yes.
So in the organization, food is free for everyone, for every team member. Compulsory every Tuesday we train them as
True.
leaders because we
True.
want them to have that open door policy and we want them to even upskill and update themselves. Because as leaders, we know the value of learning.
True.
So if we are learning, even our team has to learn. Okay, now comes to kosher. Cash flow is the backbone of any organization.
Absolutely.
You need to have multiple revenues. Okay, so we have wind, we have training and development, we have solar, and we are now having digital assets as well in the making.
Alright.
So that there's a good cash flow. We can give more employment to a lot of people, and we can have the best brains with us.
Wow.
Because nothing comes for free.
Absolutely.
And if there is good cash flow, the leaders will have a peace of mind.
So
they'll
have you
be
been able to raise
yeah.
funds, or how have you been financing?
Self-funded.
Wow, that's
Completely
amazing.
self-funded.
Bootstrapping an organization. That's
Yes.
You become an ideal candidate for Shark Tank, I would say in that manner. Going on to further ahead,
Yes.
so Kosha, Danda and Mitra,
Yes.
I'm excited to hear more.
Yes. So Danda, we want to have people who are very skilled. So I want a lot of women also to get opportunity.
Sure.
And that makes a difference. And they have a lot to offer. So there's an equality of the genders as well. Gender
Alright.
equality, basically.
True.
Every Tuesday, like I said, we have trainings for them and we give them whatever resource they want. Because we want them to be learners. And when you help them in their personal growth, they will help the company grow.
Absolutely.
There's a very famous saying that, You build people and people will build your business.
You build people and people will build your business.
Correct?
Absolutely.
So we want to build our people.
Excellent.
And not because they will build our business, but the kind of blessings that they give, because maybe nobody supported them before like this.
Or as Shiv Nadar says, it's employee first, not customer
Customers,
first. Look
yes.
at your employees.
Yes.
Take care of your employees and they will take
You'll
care of your
business.
company. Yeah, the business.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah. And Mitra.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. I think all our MALS friends are our Mitra.
Absolutely.
Because everybody's from the diverse backgrounds.
True.
Right?
That's an advantage or a unique thing about the program.
Exactly. So one Chanakya Arthashastra and 45 different business case studies.
True.
So that was, I think first I would consider them as my Mitras.
Excellent.
Correct. Then comes your friends, your business friends, maybe social media consultants. There's this creator economy coming up. There are a lot of people who want to mentor you and give you
Creative
guidance.
economy.
Yes. Mitra is somebody who's not working with you full time, but the person is a go-to person.
Alright.
And they will never misguide you.
True.
And a friend in need is a friend indeed, right?
Absolutely.
So if your friend
Quality
is
of a
guiding you
Mitra.
right, quality of a Mitra, I think you always have that sanity of mind as well.
True.
And they help you in your mental health also.
Yeah, these are probably the best medicines you can have.
Yes. In fact, I have a very interesting point to make over here. So one of our co-founders, or I can say the directors, Mr. Bhavin Joshi, was supposed to be a Mitra.
Okay.
But he has qualities of a Swami.
Alright.
So while applying this, we understood one thing, that a Swami also can be a Mitra.
True.
It's situational.
True.
And I think once you start applying Saptah in your organization, there are a lot of multiple, you can say, combinations and permutations that you can try and figure it out.
True. In fact, Arthashastra talks about that, where a Mitra is a Swami in himself. And
right.
a Mitra by himself will have the 7 pillars also.
Exactly.
So that comes as an advantage to your business.
Exactly.
Excellent. I mean, the 7 pillars put in by Mansi in that detailed explanation really takes us through that Sudra Swami Amatya Janapada Durga Kosha Ganda Mitraniti Prakriteya. It's nature, it's quality of nature.
Yes. And that also for wind energy professionals, which is I can say we are pioneers in that.
You should call them Pavan Putras.
Pavan Putras, yes.
That's Mansi, one last question. It's Women's Day special, and we're doing this session to understand how women have used Chanakya and his teachings in their life.
Yes.
One message you would like to give to all aspiring women leaders on Women's Day. One thing which you'd like to tell them. And one thing which I'm taking back from here is gossip to growth. But then still, I would like to get something more from you. And if you can give us one thing which you would like to tell.
Become a Vijigishu. No matter whatever happens in your life, emerge as a winner.
Wow.
And the world salutes winners.
Excellent.
And women with wisdom create wealth. So work on the wisdom, have right mentors with you, stop gossiping, have right goals in your life, and most important, be a role model for other women.
Wow.
I think that is very rare.
True.
So this Women's Day, take a pledge that looking at your journey, a lot of women will be inspired and they will look up to you and they'll get more inspiration and motivation.
We already, I'm sure everyone else is also feeling inspired and motivated by Mansi's experience, Mansi's journey and her teaching. So Mansi, thank you very much.
Thank you
it
so
was really
much.
a pleasure having you all, and we hope to soon start addressing you as Dr. Mansi Thakkar, and that is Sir's dream. Radha sir always tells it. I want to have 100 people who have done PhD.
Yes.
So yes, we hope to see you soon as Dr. Mansi Thakkar.
Thank you so
And
much.
that's Mansi Thakkar for all of us. Thank you very much for joining in. Please subscribe our channel or follow us on YouTube, and you can catch up for more sessions and more videos out there. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.